Uh, Hello everyone, and welcome to your orientation video for your online chemistry course. The purpose of this video is to orientate you on how to use the Blackboard course and go through the different buttons to kind of get you ready to take the course and know how to turn in assignments and some of the expectations that we need to have. Okay. When you first log onto your Blackboard page, you will see this announcements page will be always the first one up. It's very important that every morning you wake up and you check your announcements and you check your email. Now the announcements will automatically go to your email account. Okay, so one thing you need to do is make sure that your email account is correct in your Blackboard page. You should know how to do that. If you need help, I can help you with that. But you need to make sure that your Blackboard email account is up to date. You also need to make sure your parent's email account is in there in the parent account. Okay, so this first announcement is just something that you guys can read through and make sure that you've done all this stuff. And again, a lot of the information that we talk about here is going to be repeated in documentations for you guys to read, just to make sure that you do get all the information. Okay. So this first announcement is just basically what we're going to go through. And then one thing that we do have, what's unique about our learning experience, is that we have a daily chat from 1 to 2 p.m. through your Blackboard Collaborate. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in some time. There are important dates. Okay, it is mandatory that you attend the midterm and the final exams. Okay, those are face-to-face. They will be at Jeb Stuart. Okay, you have to come to those. If you cannot, then you will need to withdraw from the class. Okay, and then the SOL exam is also at Jeb Stuart. We don't have a time for that, but we can get that to you soon once it's set. One important date is the July 3rd. That's the last day to withdraw. You know, that is before the first day of class begins. It's on a Sunday. So what you should look through the class and kind of really think about, are you going to be able to commit 6 to 8 hours a day? Okay, we go for 4 quarters or 4 weeks. Each week is 1 quarter, so you have to do 6 to 8 hours work a day. A lot of students try to double up on classes, or they try to work and do the online curriculum. That is not a good outcome for many students. Very, very, very few of those can be successful students, okay? Because the workload is so demanding and so quick pace, we're basically doing a unit a day, where in regular school year, that unit would take about 2 weeks, okay? So those are some things that you need to think about and talk with your parents, all right? I have included the link for how to drop the class and get a refund. I have nothing to do with that, so all I can do is just give you the link, and then the information is there. Okay, and then if you do have trouble with Blackboard Collaborate, there's a helpline. All right, so let's just go through the buttons. Welcome Read Me first. So we have summer school here. When we click on that link, there is a welcome letter, summer online chemistry. This is the same one that you should have gotten or will get in your email. Okay, it basically gives you some information about logistics and email accounts. It's similar stuff that I've already talked about. Again, what you should do, there's a technology checklist that was sent to you from the online campus. You should go through that orientation to make sure your computer is able to perform the functions it needs to for this class. Alright, again I say you need to check your email and check your Blackboard every day. You must attend the daily chats. Okay, this is a 1-hour section where I will lecture a little bit, I will check for your understanding, you will be kind of quizzed on some information. I want to see you guys do work. Alright, so what you really need to do is in the morning go through the units, go through the videos, go through the practice problems, and then develop questions, anything that you don't understand. When we do that 1-hour session from 1 to 2, then you can ask me those questions. Say, I didn't understand how to calculate gram formula mass or the mole conversions, or experimental design. Okay, the lecture is not really just me sitting there and lecturing, talking at you. It's more of an interactive collaboration. Thus the name Blackboard Collaborate. Okay, another thing you should do is fill out the remind.com. That's going to allow me to text you just quick information. Okay, and then just realize that the first week is going to be crazy. There's going to be a lot of technology issues. You're going to have to familiarize yourself with how the class works and just kind of figure out the layout, the pace. And one thing I suggest is for you guys, students, is to set up a schedule. Okay, I'm going to start working at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'm going to work from 8 to 10, and then I'm going to take a little half an hour break, and then I'm from 10:30 to 2 o'clock I'm going to work, and then I'm going to take a break, and then I'm going to work a little bit more. Okay, now, all right, so I definitely think you should get a schedule. You will need a notebook, okay, to take notes on during on information. And then also, if you have any questions, you can write those in your notebook, and then when we meet for our daily chats, you are able to ask me those exact questions. Okay, remember, I'm here to lead you, to help you through the course, but I am not your sole source of information. This is an online learning class, meaning that we are based on some inquiry where you guys have questions, you have the internet to go out and solve or to look up answers. Okay, if you can't find it on your own, then you can ask me, or if you're just a little bit weak in some things, you can ask me for help. But just relying on me to give you the answers or to give you all the information is not the way that the course is set up. Okay, again, I have the withdrawal information, and then there's the remind. What you'll do with the remind sign up is from your phone, you'll just text this little code at 27FGK to this 81010, and then you're in the system. Okay, these are the expectations for summer school. You need to attend the daily lectures or chat sections. You need to contribute to the chat sessions. It is a two-way, it's a virtual classroom. We're sitting in a classroom, so when I ask a question, everyone needs to answer. Okay, work on the class 6 to 8 hours per day. You need to submit all the assignments. Okay, check Blackboard, and you need to be logged in every day. If you don't log in one day, I will send you a warning, and then if you don't log on the next day, and if you're not daily turning in work, we can withdraw you from the class. We can, so check your email, and then you must attend the face-to-face midterm exam and final exam. Okay, and these expectations probably were already given to you from the online campus. Here are some helpful hints. I would read through those. I've kind of talked about those again. Get into a routine. When you email, if you email or text me any information or any questions, please make sure you have your name. Okay, a lot of emails, bigboy97@gmail.com. I don't know who bigboy97 is, so you need to put your full name in your emails, okay, or in your text, so I know exactly who I'm talking to. If it's a question about an assignment, please use the number scheme. They're basically, every unit is numbered, and then every section is numbered after that, and then every assignment is numbered after that. So, for example, if it's Unit 2, Section 1, Assignment number 2, it will be 2.1.2. So use that scheme so I know exactly what assignment. Just don't say, hey, that experimental design assignment. There are several assignments, so I'm not sure which one you're talking about. Okay. Do not get behind. Hit this in the beginning strong. Okay, hit it. Spend a lot of time in the beginning. Once you get the hang of it, it gets a lot easier, and you don't have to put in as much time. But that first week, like I said, is going to be a little hectic for everyone. All right, don't get behind. There is no catching up. We are such a fast pace that there's no I'm going to catch up on the weekends. All right. Again, it's 6 hours a day, 6 to 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. That's 30 hours. You're probably not going to sit at the computer 30 hours on the weekend. Okay, so that's not even an option. You have to stay up with it. Get yourself a spiral notebook of some. Okay, make sure you date every page. Okay, and then on that page, work on your notes, your assignments, any questions you have. All right. There must be a desire to learn the material. Alright, you're going to have a midterm final and an SOL, so you need to know the information. There's no trying to fake your way through it. You have to learn the information. Alright, if you have problems, issues, or concerns, you can email me from the beginning. As soon as they hit, just email me or call me at home. Okay? Alright, remember you're here to learn the material, and I'm here to help you through the curriculum. Alright? If you have to save work, I would create a folder on your desktop, 2016 Summer Online Chemistry, and then inside that folder on your desktop, you can put your assignments. Okay, have it Unit 1 folder, Unit 2 folder, Unit 3 folder. Be very organized. All right. Okay. The orientation video, once it's made, will be posted here. All right. And then here are the 2 practice assignments. You need to have these completed before you can start on the first day. So let's look at these. The first thing we want to look at is the symbols here, the little pictures. The picture for practice assignment 1, this says that this is a kind of a handout. If we were sitting in class, I would hand you a paper, you would work on that paper, and then you would turn it back into me. Well, since we're not sitting in a real classroom, what we do is it's an attachment where you will download the attachment and you will save it to your desktop. Okay, you will save it in your folder. All right, so you will save it in the Unit 1 folder. All right, and then once it's saved, you can open it up and you can type on it. All right, if you have the ability, you can write on it, stuff like that. Or if you want to, you can print it out and then you can physically write on it. Okay, now how are you going to turn it into me? Well, if you typed on it or digitally worked on it, you're going to save it again, and then you're going to upload it to Blackboard. All right. If you actually print it out or work on it on paper, you're going to write on it, and then there's several different ways. You can scan it and save it to your file, Unit 1 file, or you can take a picture with it on your phone, and then you can email that to you and then save it. Once it's saved, then you can upload it. All right. So that's that type assignment with that picture with the paper and the pencil. Okay. So you would click on the practice assignment number 1, upload assignment doc here, work on it, and then save it, and then upload it. You need to click on the assignment. And when you click on that practice assignment, it will look like this. And then this browse my computer, you click on that, and then you need to go to where did you save it. And I'm suggesting that most of you save it to your desktop. Okay. Alright, so it could be something like, I think I have my chemistry right here, I have a chemistry file right there. And then in that file you would have Unit 1, Unit 2. Yours would probably look more like a file. Okay? Alright. I think you can also even just write here, but it's best to upload it. And then you'll submit it. What's nice about that is that it will load it into Blackboard Gradebook. You can click on it and see that it's there. I'm going to click on it and grade it and assign up points to it. Okay. Practice assignment 2 with this X and the check mark. This is kind of an in-house Blackboard assignment. What this actually does is it takes you to the instructions. Always read the instructions, because for every assignment in Blackboard like this one, they're different. Sometimes they're timed. Most of them are multiple attempts. Your practice and your quizzes are multiple attempts, and I'll take the highest. Alright, so you do have kind of a retake possibility there. I will take the highest grade. Your exams, there are no retakes on exams, because there's just really no time to allow you guys to go back and review and to study and to retake it. So then you'll just hit, so read the instructions there. You'll hit begin, read this information here. Again, this is multiple attempts. This attempt allows 2 attempts. Alright, and I've already clicked on this twice today, so it's registering as me attempt number 2. Okay. And then this is a type, you just type in the answer there. Okay. And then this is a very basic, just kind of a practice thing. And then you can save all your answers and come back to it. I do not suggest that, because a lot of times students forget that they're working on that assignment and they never come back to it. And then that's what's called an in progress. And an in progress is a 0. It's not a score. Okay. So you have to save and submit it. you say okay, I want to submit it, even though I didn't click on those things, and then there you go. Alright, now for you guys, under the Tools menu, you guys will have what's called My Grades. My Grades is the grade book that is in Blackboard. And since I'm a teacher, I don't have any grades, but what you will see here is a whole list of every assignment, plus some more assignments that we won't use, okay? So you will see the whole list of assignments, but you can kind of find, you know, those practice assignments, and then it will show you what, if it's turned in, and if it's a automated graded assignment, it will show you your score. So you can kind of keep track. The My Grades is a way to keep track of what you turned in and what you haven't turned in if you forget. All right, it will not calculate your correct grade. It's not set up to do that. All right. Again, so the practice assignment number 2, these are self-graded. I like these because you get immediate feedback. You can see what you got right, you can see what you got wrong, and then you can redo it. Like I said, most of them are 3 attempts, and I'll take the highest. The practice assignment number 1, this is I have to grade this, so it's a little bit slower on the immediate feedback, but you can still go back through My Grades and you can click on it and see that it's turned in. Alright, so the My Grades thing again is a nice option to help you keep track of what you need to do, what you haven't done, what you've already done, and what your scores are. Alright, when I email grades out, you'll want to cross-reference what you have in the grade sheet that I email out to what My Grades is, because sometimes there is a lag. I might put in grades in the morning, and then if you do an assignment in the afternoon, you know, there is a lag. So you would just have to let me know, hey Mr. Meyer, I turned in another assignment, or I did assignment 1.1.1 a second time, and could you just please check that? And that's no problem there. Alright, so that should take us through the Read Me First button. Okay, we've already gone through the Announcement button. Course Documents, again, there's that withdrawal information. There's your calendar and the schedule of things. Again, we go pretty fast from the beginning, and then each day is a unit. Okay, this formula sheet here, you will want to print that out if you can. This formula sheet, or save it. This formula sheet has everything you need to know for this course. All right, the formula sheet is a nice thing to have for your practice when you're doing a certain assignment. You might want to reference the formula sheet. You cannot use the formula sheet for your tests. Okay, chemistry has there's no formula sheet during the test, SOL, midterm, final. You have to remember the formula sheet, the formulas. Okay, so that's just kind of a help sheet, a help thing. You will also need to print off the periodic table, because we will use the periodic table. You will always be able to use the periodic table. On any assessment, midterm, final, SOL, you always get a calculator. You do need a scientific calculator. A TI works if you have a TI, but it doesn't have to be a TI. It can be a $10, $15 calculator. Sometimes you can download an app that is a TI on your phone. However, you won't have the option of using your cell phone on the midterm and final. Okay, so get a calculator. It has to be, like I said, scientific calculator, and then you'll be able to always get your periodic table. So on the midterm and final, I will provide the periodic tables for you. Okay, here is the syllabus, and the most important thing is just the quarter grades. So we break it up into formative, which is worksheets, homework, classwork, chats, labs, those assignments that are helping us formulate our knowledge, that's 35%. And then your summative, which are your quizzes, exams, tests, your midterm, those are 45%. And then your midterm is 10% and your final exam is 10%, which is pretty standard. Now, since we're in the summer, we don't have quarters. We just basically have a running grade book with every single grade in it. And whenever your midterm grades are due, or your semester grades are due, whatever you have at that point, that's what I submit. Okay? Alright, so shouldn't be any questions about that. You can read through the syllabus there. It basically just has the honor code, plagiarism, information like that, contact information. But honestly, all that information in the syllabus is spread throughout the Blackboard. The one important thing is there is no retakes, and as far as late work goes, you only have one day to work on that unit. So that unit will turn on at 12:30 a.m. and then it will turn off at midnight. All right, so you don't have a lot. You just have one day to work on those units. So turning things in late is not an option because we're going so fast. All right, then next page is your Blackboard Collaborate. So the first link here just gives you information about what you need to have every day from 1 to 2. When you log in, make sure you log in with your name so I know who I'm talking to. Okay, you'll just click on this link, and then you'll click on that link, and it will download the Collaborate session. This is a Java program, so definitely try it. We will do another orientation on Tuesday morning, I believe at 9 a.m. Just to make sure that everyone can log into Collaborate, and we've got our tech issues kind of worked out. So it is mandatory that you attend the daily chat sessions. If you have something periodically, you have a doctor's appointment that you can't attend, they are all recorded, so you can go back and watch the recordings at the lower link down here. It is by date. The recording is just a running list of every Blackboard Collaborate I've ever done, so it is a very long list, so you just have to look at the date that you missed. And again, this should not happen more than once or twice, okay, because you do need to be attending those Blackboard live sessions. The Ask Questions here, this is a kind of a discussion board, which is also another type of assignment we've had if you've ever done a discussion board. They're pretty easy. You just click on that, and then you can post, for the example, this one, you can post a question. Okay. And again, mine's going to be a little bit different because I have teacher privileges, but it's pretty easy. If you have a question, you can either email it to me or text me or call me, but if you want to do this one. What's nice about this discussion board is if you have a question about chemistry, everyone can see this and such. Textbook materials, this is just a textbook in PDF if you click on that, and the other stuff is just labs and stuff that you probably won't really need to use so there's your textbook in PDF. Instructor contact information, right? How to get a hold of me, right? You do have my cell phone number there. I will post up also my home phone. If it's totally okay to call me, that's fine. Just only call me between 9 a.m. and 8 p.m. Okay? Definitely do not call past 8 p.m. Alright? As far as checking my emails, I will check them 11 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. every day. Maybe even a little bit earlier if I get up early. So I'm not going to be sitting on the computer all day like you. You need to take breaks. You just can't sit at the computer for 6 to 8 hours a day. You're going to have to take some breaks. Okay, get up, walk around, stretch your legs, get that blood flowing, go out for a run or something like that. So that way I will only be checking my email during these times. Study help. These are things I've just found on the internet that kind of help us understand your learning style. So this first link is a kind of self-assessment. What kind of student are you? What kind of learning style? How do you learn? What habits do you need to improve? Okay, and then it lists goals for how to help yourself become a better student. So this is in general, this is a very good link. This educationalplanner.org. Okay. If you never really know how to study, these are some nice ideas, some best practices. Okay, how to remember more without trying. This is step 2 here is a description of learning style. So if I'm a visual learner, I have to see it, and then I also have to experience and play with it. So this will tell you, okay, if you're a visual learner, this is how you should be studying, this is what you should be doing. Or if you're an auditory learner, this is what you should be doing. Test taking tips, okay, and how well did you prepare? So after that first test, if you don't do well on tests, this will be a good one to see. Checklist yourself on how well did you prepare. What can you do to become a better test taker? Again, this page is a great page just overall in general. Help, that takes you to some Blackboard help, tools, that takes you to the tool button where you will access my grades. Okay, and that's about it for the buttons. Okay, so let's see, check my list here. We went over the Blackboard buttons. We went over emailing, calling, and we went over the kind of the 3 different types of assignments: the download a worksheet, upload the answers, the Blackboard in-house grading, and the discussion. Okay. Other than that, the only thing is really it's up to you. How well do you want to do? And again, it all comes down to investment of time. Again, I am here to help and support you through this and help get you through this, but you are going to have to invest energy and time and learn. You're going to have to learn the material. It's coming down really that you have to learn the material. So let's go through real fast. And you guys don't have this on, but let's go through what a unit looks like. So here's first quarter. So in first quarter, we're going to cover 5 units, 5 days, starting on Tuesday. You can see the due dates there. You'll click on that introduction, Unit 1. And then there are your sections within Unit 1. Notice how they're labeled, 1-1 or 1-3, 1-4. So let's pick lab equipment, 1-2. So you've got a file there that you'll need, okay? And then here's 2 assignments. So here's a download, turn it in assignment, 1-2-1 experiment. So you'll download that document, save it, write on it, fill it out, save it, and then you'll click here to upload it. And then the 1-2-1 is actually a little quiz or a little thing, okay, that you'll do in-house. All right. So that's kind of how your studying or how your curriculum is set up in this manner. And everyone is pretty much like this, where there's usually some videos to watch or some notes to go through, and then maybe some reading to do. And then there's an assignment of some sort to practice with the material. Okay? All right, well, I hope this has been helpful. And again, if you feel overwhelmed, just call me. I can help you through it. It's not a problem. We want you to be successful students. Everyone at the online campus wants you to be successful and are here to support you. So again, if you start to feel overwhelmed or have any issues, never hesitate to email me, text me, or just pick up the phone and give me a call. All right. Okay, well, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to working with you.